Who's this young bloke that's just jumped into the baggy green cap and goes out there and smacks the first couple of balls of a test match for 4?
Oh, it's down the ground and 6. What about that for a stroke?
I mean, his cricket has always been at the highest level, and I think people that spend time with David off the field get to know a completely different person than what you see on the field. Hadn't played first-class cricket for New South Wales before he played his first T20 game for Australia. I remember batting with him out here at the MCG in a game against South Africa, and they had Stain and Morkel and these guys charging in, and I had hardly seen anything of David Warner before, and I think he made 86 or 87 or something in his first game out here, and I was blown away by the sheer talent that he had.
Not the good ball, but this is counter-attack from David Warner.
I'm actually quite close with David. I'm obviously coaching him now at the Delhi Capitals as well, and got to play a few test matches and one-day internationals and T20s alongside him. I mean, one thing you knew about him right from the start was how much of a competitor he was. We knew about his rough edges that were probably on David Warner when he first started. But like all of us do, I think the more exposure you have to different lifestyles and international cricket at the highest level, those edges have started to smooth off. He's a lot different person now than he probably was when he first started, and I think now as well, I think the public is starting to understand that a little bit more now. Like, he was very brash, and the Australian cricket public don't necessarily like that in their athletes, and I think David probably got the public on the back foot at the start.
This time over mid-wicket, and it goes the distance again.
I mean, his cricket has always been at the highest level, and I think people that spend time with David off the field get to know a completely different person than what you see on the field, and that's, for all of us, I think the biggest challenge we have as international sports people is when people are sitting back and watching the TV, they think you're the sort of person that they see when you're out in the field competing, and quite often that's completely different. I mean, Glenn McGrath's a great example of that as well. Hard and narky and always had a few words on the field, but you get him off the field and he's the quietest Australian country boy that you'll ever meet. But David certainly had his challenges, but I think he's met all those challenges head on and improved himself as a person year by year. It was just it was a horrible time in Australian cricket and a horrible time in a few of those individuals' lives, and I'm sure they wish they could all have it back and start over again. The biggest challenge they would have had first and foremost was to walk down to their local coffee shop or walk to the supermarket and not be worried about what everyone was thinking. Coming back and playing would have been the easy part, because that's where you have some solace out in the middle there. It's just you against the other team, and you're doing what you love doing, you're doing what you've done for your whole life. No doubt in my mind that that's changed him to a certain degree, and I think it's also changed Australian cricket and the Australian cricket team.
Maxwell looks to finish it, and he might have done it as well. 5 times 50 over men's World Cup champions, a team that can never ever be written off, and have finally got their hands on a men's T20 World Cup trophy, and it is richly deserved.
He's just a winner. I mean, he's been man of the series in other series, but not in World Cups or successful World Cups like that. And let's not forget about that last World Cup. It was one that Australia weren't supposed to win as well. In the conditions that they were in, on the back of the IPL that has been played there, everyone was really worried that conditions were going to be, really suited to the subcontinental teams, and the Australians found a way to win on the back of some great performances from him, and it's got to be one of his career highlights. He's one of those guys you just want to have on your team. I think that probably his will to win and his attitude, his sort of never say die attitude, is the things that probably stand out the most.